Good morning. Glenn, how are you? Doug, Gary, Robinson, Dan. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. A little out of focus. That's worse. Oh, almost there. Hey, Natasha. Close, but no cigar. That's pretty good. Hey, Dan. Good morning. Good morning. I am checking on these positions. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I just need to look at one thing. Then you will have my undivided attention. Anyone take that Tesla trade from the morning video? Last time I looked, it was doing pretty good. Hey, Steven. Really good. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is. It's still going up. It's moving. Hey, Judy. Oh, sorry about that, Doug. That is unfortunate. They're not really done ahead of time, so can't really download them. Roger does them in the morning before he comes in here. Actually, right before. You were right, Cyrus. Dale, it's Matt at Roger Scott. There you go. Hey, Robert. Yes, Tim. It'll be on I sure did, Dale. Thank you for pointing that out. The video will be, yes, the morning video and this for the morning video always will be posted on the YouTube channel. This video for the summer is being streamed on YouTube. It's kind of past the summer, but still going for a little bit. And then we'll be back to members only. At least that's what I'm told. I don't make the rules. Things change on a dime here. So that's as I have it now. Look at that. Nice. There he is. Cold to hot. Back in the middle now. It was freezing. It was like an ice box this morning. And I like it cold. And even I was chilly. Like a pear straight at him. It's interesting. Yes, Dan. The first part, I believe.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Got to move the camera. I'm like sitting on the side there, Matt. It looks like I'm in, I need to get more centered. Good morning, Brendan. Good morning, Robert. Let's see here. Brett says, ooh, I like that. I like that. That's good, Brett. I like that. Just post this here. I'll share my screen. Just give me a second here. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Hope everybody had a great, great weekend. Yeah, I was going to talk about that, Steve. Actually, I'm doing well. I'm doing actually really well. I had a great weekend. It was very nice. Roger was in an earthquake. It looked like Roger was in an earthquake there. Oh, no, it was just Matt mixing the thing.
Oh yeah, no, I was moving the
Camera. No earthquake, nothing like that. I'm very excited. I'm getting my other monitors installed today, so I'll be able to be a little more dynamic. We'll talk about Amazon. We'll talk about these stocks in a few minutes. By the way, speaking of a few stocks, just somebody did. I was just about to ask if anybody did.
I already did. There's a few waiting on you.
Did you post them in the?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I gave you guys. I gave you guys a little Tesla.
Somebody said Lance's scanner hit it too.
Somebody what?
Said Lance's scanner hit it also.
Oh, good, good. It's nice to have double confirmation. Lance and I completely trade from like it's about as different can be. So I'm so glad. Ratto, Brett, everybody did nice, nice.
Brandon, that's who it was. I found it.
Nice. Good. Excellent. I was actually gonna pull up that Tesla ripped. So just to give you guys a little idea of what I was talking about this morning, right? In the morning video, for anybody who does not watch my morning video, shame on you. No, just kidding. But you should watch my morning video because this morning in the video, ooh, look at that. That's nice. Right here, I told folks to buy it if above 265, and it went higher. It's up about 6 points right now. Good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. That makes me very, very happy. A lot of folks closed it down. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. Now, why did I like Tesla so much? I'll show you this bar right here. I showed you guys this last week, and I explained how it's at the 50-day moving average, but I also explained how it has to go above the 50-day moving average. So it has a little more follow through. We'll give the room another 2 minutes to fill up, but what I do want to say, as most folks know, it's 9/11 right now. And my heart goes out for anybody who experienced a direct loss during that period of time. It was a very awful time. I'll remember it like it was yesterday. I was driving to work, and my internet was slow when I got to work. Remember, I was in California, so it was early in the morning. It was like 5-6 a.m. And our TV, I had to turn on CNBC, and it was on CNBC as the plane was flying in. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that, Cyrus. We're going to talk about, and so for anybody, my condolences for anybody who had an immediate suffering. What a S show we went through, right? I mean, what an awful thing. So again, my hat off for anybody who lived, experienced it, went through it. I didn't know anybody directly, not that I'm aware of, but I had a lot of folks that I knew indirectly who were there. A couple of customers. It was awful. I mean, it was just an awful time. So awful. All right. So with that said, ever since 9/11, the stock market has closed positive for the day 85% of the time. Hey, Pat, how are you? So seasonally, 9/11 is actually a really bullish day for the stock market. Go figure. Just says America isn't going to let one day mess it up, right? we had another question that came up. We have Oracle right now, and Oracle has earnings today. We have it in the Overdrive Profits program. And the answer was, Roger, you had a nice profit this morning. Why didn't you get out this morning when it was doing this? I mean, it was all the way up here, and I'll tell you why. Because Oracle got upgraded, and because on the daily chart, it still looks fantastic, and it's right now at a multi-month high. It has earnings after the close, so we have to close the trade before the closing bell today, which we will. But it doesn't mean we can't hold it as long as it has relative strength. Brett, look, last week Cyrus and I were on the same page. That was disturbing. Now you're telling me Lance and I are on the same page? Not good. But yeah. Oracle looks really good. Oracle looks good, but Oracle has earnings today, so we have to close earnings. The other two stocks that I'm really liking right now are Meta. I like Meta quite a lot, actually. It's right above it, just crossed the 200-day moving average on higher volume, is higher than average. I think Meta is going to move higher. I really like Meta, and I also like Amazon around here. No, I'm not. Nothing. And I really like Amazon at these levels. Actually, Amazon looks a lot like Oracle now that I look at it. Look at the chart here. See, it has that nice round bottom. You can see volume falls off when it goes down, and now it's coming back up, and you can see volume is picking up again. So you can see all throughout here, volume is below the moving average, and up here, it's starting to come up on the moving average. So I want you guys to understand why we do certain things. I want you guys to understand why we do certain things. I also sent you guys an alert over the weekend on the CRM trade. Remember that. It's having, Todd says, any idea what the big sell-off was this morning shortly after the market opened? Yeah, Todd, it was all the traders who were coming in who took money off the table, who were too lazy to work the second half of last week, the fragmented week we had. That's really what it was. So a few things. I already told you that this is going to be a very interesting week. Let me explain to you why. I want to explain to you the dynamics. Let me lay it all out for you guys. Let me give you the big play, okay? So the S&P is at the 50-day moving average, but as you could see here, I'm not expecting this listless trading action. I'm expecting it to pick up. The QQQ is leading us, and the blue chips are lagging us. So the strength is definitely coming into the blue chips right now, into the tech right now. It's already above the 50-day moving average and above the 8-day EMA as well. If you look at the Dow, it's Miles, tell us how much so I could post it and brag about it next time we have a webinar. You made money on it. Let me know. You don't have to give me numbers, percentage, dollar amounts, anything. That's what we put those in our webinars. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. And by the way, this one too, not to change the topic, but what about Blackstone? Well, there you go, Cyrus. I'm getting closer to your strategy. I'm agreeing with you. Hey, if I don't care how we have to agree, as long as we agree, right? So I also told you guys about Blackstone. Listen, whatever explanation works for you, that's all I care about. So let's talk about the market. You see, here's where I have to give you guys, I have to kind of explain everything to you in great detail because there's a lot of dynamics here. So we're literally at the 50-day moving average. You're double dipping on my picks? Holy moly. Yeah, I thought so too, Ken. I thought so too. ERS. You know, didn't I talk about, are you sure not CRC? I have CRC on my list, but not CRS. I'll have to look at CRS. Take a look at that. All right. So why is this important? I'll explain to you why this is, I'll explain to you All right. There you go, Paul. Good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. That makes me happy. Okay. I told you, Carla, I'm not kidding, Carla. I'm going to make sure, that I can't predict, but my goal is to make Codebreaker the best program by the end of this year. Matt, do you think we can do it?
Yeah, I do.
I know you are. I know you are. All right. So why is this important that we're on the 50-day moving average? I'll explain to you why it's important. Triple witching. You guys know it's triple witching, right? Triple witching, we always have volatility. So I'm trying to paint a picture for you. That's number one. We have triple witching. All options, Brett, not just, is it quad, Ken? I thought it was triple. It might be even, if it's quad,
I thought they took away quad.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was triple. I thought quad no more.
The last one was the last one.
I got to watch this guy. Just kidding. Is it quad? I thought they took it away. I thought that's it.
They said they were going to.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, Garrett may know better. Either way, if it's triple, it's bad. If it's quad, it's even worse, even more volatility. So it doesn't negate anything I'm saying. It adds to the emotional drama, if you will. So then those reports, the CPI is coming out this week. Now, let me show you what the problem is with the CPI. Now, energy prices have been more expensive lately. Crude oil has been going higher. A matter of fact, I'm not jumping all over the place. I'm trying to explain to you the dynamics of the market, and therefore I have to jump. I'm not jumping all over the place. Just want to make sure you guys understand that. So if you look at the futures, I want to show you what the problem is right now. If you look at the energies, it's quadruple. Huh. Why did I think it's triple? I read that they are doing away with it, Matt. Excuse me. We all make mistakes. So you see how crude oil is moving up? It's not here anymore. It's not at 70. It's almost at 90 again. Well, as we all know, crude oil is a major impact of the economy. Okay, Tim says quadruple witching days are third Friday of March, June, September. They occurred. Yeah, but I thought that was it. That was the end. Thank you, Tim. So let me focus on here for a second. So we're going to have the CPI, the year over year, which includes energy. They're looking at it to be higher because of energy costs, and also a little bit because of food costs, although food's not as much. But when you look at it ex food and energy, it actually is supposed to be lower. So the CPI is expected to be worse, except core. Here's the thing. Fed looks at core. Now, Wall Street articles that are going to give you headlines are not going to tell you that, okay? I'm telling you that, okay? So don't get all excited or bent out of shape if you see a headline, CPI worse, inflation is sticky. No. The Fed is smarter than that. Well, I'm giving them too much credit. Some of them are smarter than that. But ex-food and energy is what you want to look at, especially this quarter when the headline number is supposed to be worse than the main number. So don't fall for that banana in the tailpipe, okay? The core number is supposed to be lower. Now, if this number is not lower, the Fed put themselves in the corner. And the odds of rates going higher in November are going to go from 40% to 70%. I'm willing to stick my neck on that, okay? I think CPI is the same thing. I think when you take away PPI, I think when you take away food and energy and trade services, it's expected to be higher, not lower. That's already presumed, assumed, and priced into the market. But the core is what we want to look at. Ex food and energy is supposed to be lower, 2.4 versus 2.2. So if the core is higher, it's going to be an oy vey moment. It's going to be an oh shit moment. But if the core is lower and this is at 1.3 or 1.2, that's priced in. Don't fall for that. You know, it's kind of like what news sources like to do. They like to broadcast the same news stories 2-3 hours later to get a reaction out of traders and shake them out. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe stuff. Don't fall for the monkey business. Okay. Now I'm pretty positive. I'm almost 100% certain that once these reports come out, we're going to break either above or below the 50-day moving average. I don't know where, and I'm very concerned because I don't like the fact that this high is lower than this high across the board. I also don't like the fact that blue chips are lagging behind again. These are not good for the economy, and economy is what's driving everything. Right, they did, Cyrus. They did. So we could turn lower. Watch the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is not the only thing you really need to pay attention to. You also have to pay attention to volume. Now, we got a little break last week. Would you consider drawing the line through the top? Right here? Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, there it is. It's a very important trend line. Core CPI, I think, is going to move in the right direction, but not regular CPI. But less than they think because energy prices have been going up, Paul. So I think we have a lot of uncertainty right now. But again, technology is acting like we're in 2018, Here's my problem. The trend line, I want to see this trend line break. If this trend line doesn't break, I don't care if the 50-day breaks. This is going to be a problem, a big, big problem. And as you can see, it's the same thing on the QQQ. That's my problem, Eldad. The S&P, not just the S&P. Look, QQQ, we have 3 data points here. 3, and they're all lower. Let me move this up here. There we go. Yeah. But again, we're above the 50-day moving average. What do we do now? We have to, folks, we got to be in the right now, not in what may happen in the future. Right now, the S&P is above the 50-day moving average. It's moving higher. But the problem, again, is volume. Volume, as you can see here, the average is moving down. This is schools back in, CPI. Volume should go to pre-summer levels beginning of this week. If we don't get volume, and if the CPI, the core, is moving in the wrong direction, it's going to put a lot more pressure on the market. I am telling you that right now. Yeah, they are. And IWM, thank you for bringing it up, and IWM is looking awful. Look at this here. Look at that. We're bouncing off the 200-day. And I told you that would happen. Remember when Kathy and everybody was, oh, small caps are going up. Small caps not going up. That channel that I drew for you folks almost 2 years ago, right here, we're still in that channel right here. When did I draw this channel? Yeah, a year and a half ago, a long time ago. If CPI, yeah, well, you would think, right? I mean, it means bond yields would crash. Right here, May, yeah, right around there. April, May, right around there. Hasn't broken it. Still there. People thought I was crazy. Well, see that I'm not that crazy. They all do. Look at the SPY. They all have a slopey head and shoulder pattern. Look at this. One shoulder, second shoulder, head. Look at the Dow. Again, I'm only telling you what I'm seeing. Me too, Gus. See, head and shoulder, round the top, but it looks like a neckline right here. Here, it looks like an uneven neckline right here. Like an upsloping neckline. Again, let's see if we break the 50-day moving average. The Dow is not having a good luck with it. The QQQ is having the best luck with it because of tech, and the S&P is meeting us in between. But volume. If I don't see volume, Billy, how are you? How you doing, Billy? I'm glad you made it. Wow, 255 people in the room. Why do I like Meta? Yeah, I'll tell you why I like Meta. I'll tell you exactly why Meta. And by the way, Adobe and Oracle got upgraded this morning. It's got great relative strength to the market, and it just crossed the 50-day moving average, and volume is above average. It looks great right now. Matter of fact, it looks very similar to how Tesla looked right before it popped. Hey, Barbara. See, look just like that. Like it's great. Actually looks better than Tesla. I told you last week Tesla looked good. On up on Tesla on the road again. All right. I'm glad I'm helping you guys make some money. And volume on Tesla has actually been better than most. Imagine that. This line right here was very instrumental. Very, very, which is why I drew it a long time ago. See, we went above the line and above the 50-day moving average. It's a buy. Okay. So let's talk a couple of things. Tesla leads the S&P 500. It's now Tesla was the leading gainer in the S&P 500 on Monday after Morgan Stanley upgraded the car and called it a top pick. Factoring AI upside from the Austin-based company, blah, 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 blah. They like their chips. While it's difficult to explicitly validate the many claims Tesla has made about Dojo's cost and performance, we believe Tesla has a chance of bringing forth a competitive customized solution given the company's innovative track record. I hope so. And the stock is doing great right now. It's definitely doing great. If long Tesla, when should one exit at what price? Paul, here's what you do. You stay with it till it starts underperforming the S&P 500. And Cyrus agrees again. This is bad. All right. So Tesla. But I think it's got some, next level of resistance. There's a lot of resistance at 280, Paul. 280.64. If it can go above, 280, sorry, ignore what I just said. Hey, that's good, Bob. Look at that. Look at that. That's good. Here's that level right here. If we pass above 282, you've got clear sailing. You've got a little bit of resistance at 274. Then you've got 281. And if it can go past 281, we're going all the way. You know, I'm going to tell you something about that $5 block, Bob. I've never been a big guy. I've never ever been a big guy on the dollar level. It's just never made any sense for me, and it's never worked for me. I know a lot of guys use it. It's just not my thing. It's too much. Takes too much effort to I just look at price action. I don't like it's near this dollar level or it's going up to that dollar level. I've never ever done that, and I know a lot of guys do, and that's fine. And from what I understand, it works. I've just never been able to do that. Have you noticed? I never talk. It's going to the round dollar level or it's going to the 50-cent level. It's just not my thing.
I think
what'd you say?
It works because everyone else looks at it.
I know.
I get the same eyeballs on it.
Yeah, it's never been my thing. It's never been.
But mathematically, there's no significance to it.
No, of course. So Morgan Stanley, they've been the busy beavers this weekend. They say that the CPI report will show little change in core inflation. This is very important. Morgan argued in recent investor notes that the firm anticipates this week's CPI report will show little change in core inflation. That's what I think, Ken, which means the Federal Reserve will stay on its previously announced course, which is fair enough. Not do anything and wait and see what happens. That's fair enough. We expect next week's CPI to show the core inflation remain close to 0.2%, increasing 0.18% in August, Morgan stated. Regarding the Federal Reserve next move, we think the more likely outcome is nothing. It's almost like I wrote this thing. Leaving the dots essentially unchanged, given that the risk of undershooting is still about even with overshooting. I couldn't agree. I wouldn't have said that 6 months ago. In our view remains that the Fed is done here at peak Fed. No, I don't think they're done, but I think they're done for right now. Looking at the Fed Watch tool, the target probability for the upcoming Fed meeting, yeah, there's a 93% probability they're going to do nothing, and there is a 60 or a 55% probability they're not going to do anything in November, although that number seems to be moving closer to 50-50. And I think this report that will happen this week will definitely show us some detail on that. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Actually, it's not the first thing. I already talked about Tesla. And now let's talk a little bit about consumer. Consumer sees inflation roughly stable in August, but jobs outlook dim, New York Fed says. Consumer, see here, Matt, if you can, sometimes this week, let's move that clock above your bull, okay? Consumer expectation for inflation stayed roughly stable in August, but their outlook for job prospects and credit availability have dimmed. Median 1 and 5-year ahead inflation expectations both rose by 0.1 percent point in August to 3.6% for the 1-year horizon and to a 3% for the 5-year time frame. The mean perceived probability of losing one's job in the next 12 months jumped up 2 basis points to 13.8%, the highest reading since April 2021. At the same time, the mean probability of leaving one's job voluntarily, which is really weird, in the same period increased 1.9% to 18.9%. So ask me in a few minutes, Damon. I'll get to that. It's a good question, actually. At the same time, so it's almost like the probability of leaving the job voluntarily and getting fired are almost the same. The mean probability of finding a job if one current job was lost is at 55.7%. Perception of access to credit compared with a year ago, this is important, dropped during the month. That's bad. With the share of households reporting that it's harder to obtain credit than 1 year ago, hitting a new series high. Agreed. Furthermore, expectations that credit will be even harder to come by in the future also increase. I can also almost tell you 100% certainty that will happen. However, the average perceived probability of missing a minimum debt payment over the next 3 months actually fell by 0.6%, which is great, to only 11.1%. Perception about households' current financial situation compared with a year ago worsened slightly in August. Likewise, but not too much. Likewise, year ahead expectation about households' financial situation also deteriorated, with the proposition of households expecting a worse financial situation a year from now rising. Not good. So kind of wanted to give you, sorry that I took so long, but I wanted to give you the lay of the land and kind of really explain. Yeah, it does make sense. You're right, Cyrus. So let's talk about stocks. Let's talk about what we like, what we don't like. It is. Well, plus you got CPI, you got PPI, you had upgrades, you had tech breaking out. You got us right at the 50-day moving average. It's a very sensitive situation right now. That's what I just said, Damon. That was what the article I just read, that they named him the top stock. Money's becoming expensive, Miko. Money is becoming expensive. All right. So today, after the close, not today, but this week on Thursday, you have Adobe coming out with earnings. Shadow Trader is not my service, Bob. Whose service is Shadow Trader?
Lance, I believe.
You'd have to ask him.
Shadow Blitz. I don't know if it's Shadow Trader now, but that's been his thing.
Sorry, guys. It's not my service. You got to talk to Lance about his services. And Lance's service, from what I understand, have been doing fantastic. So we have earnings coming out. We have earnings coming out on Adobe. We have earnings coming out on Adobe Thursday of this week. And so far, it's hard to say what's going to happen. We're above the 8-day EMA. Now, we could go down. I mean, we could go down. Right now, it's still holding. Let me look at what the relative strength on an intraday basis is, just out of curiosity. Ooh, Adobe's running. Look at that, Matt. Adobe's running. I mean, not Adobe. Oracle's running.
Yep.
Let me see. On a daily basis, it obviously has relative strength, but everything else, it has low relative strength. So I would be very cautious with Adobe. Let's revisit it closer to, yes, Brendan. I know my programs. I just don't know what the other ones are because we have other gurus. I know. I don't have Shadow Trader, Blitz, or Wiretap, but I don't know who the other guys have it. We have Amazon. We don't have Amazon and Stealth Surge, Bob. That was a free trade we gave for the webinar. That's not a trade we're giving our traders. But right. But wasn't Amazon doing really well this morning? Yeah, Amazon is killing it right now. What's the problem with Amazon? I was about to say it looks beautiful right now. I wanted to buy it this morning. Look at that. It's above this level here. Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody made money on Amazon. All right. All right. All right. Let me put that in here. Good, 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 good. I'll take a look at V. I'll take a look at it in a minute. Yes, Brett, I talked about Oracle extensively this morning, and I explained why we didn't get out of it this morning. I like Amazon a lot. And by the way, for anybody who has it right now, the last thing you want to do is liquidate it. It's breaking out all the levels. It just broke this. The next level up is a swing high. You would be foolish to liquidate Amazon right now. I'm just being honest with you. That's my 5 cents. And I agree with Art. Good. Good. Actually, I would add to Amazon right now if you want me to. No, Robinson. You don't take half. You add. You add when you're doing well. You don't take half off. You add. You add a little bit. And you raise your stop loss to break even. No, Jeff, you could still get in. It looks beautiful right now. It's never too late. I wouldn't go in huge right now if you're just getting in right now. I have nothing to do with Shadow Trader, but I did talk about Amazon last week. Didn't I, Matt?
You did.
I did, yeah. And we gave it to you guys as a stealth search trade. So on Friday. And Meta, yes, Michael. Meta and Amazon look great, by the way. They both look great. Okay, let me now do my picks. It's a sensitive situation. Good, Paul. I'm glad to hear that. People are really loving this VIP room these days. It's we got more and more people every day. We got 260 people in here now. That's great. People really like this new format, I guess. People like me calling out new trades live. All right, let's call out some trades. Get your paper and a pen out. Dell, as you could see, Dell is doing what I thought it was doing, and volume was even above average last week. Look at that. Now, is that today's? No, that's not today's volume. I wish this had a real-time volume gauge. Let me take a look here and tell you how volume is doing. Now, volume on Dell right now. Matt, I could use that little gauge that you have that tells you what percentage of daily volume. I don't have that yet. You haven't put that on my on mine.
You sure?
Matt will show you something cool later today. He has a little gauge that tells him what percentage of today's volume is based off of the average volume. So it gives you a real number. Robert wants to know what option I'm suggesting. Well, since I called it, I'll give you the option. That's true. Thank you, Ken. They've been really good. They've been pretty good. Option prices, you want to go 9/22 expiration. You don't want to hold this past Friday. And you want to go to the 141 right now. Or 140. 141 or 140. You may also use the 147 as a hedge. Hey, Pamela, how are you? All right, let's continue our exercise. So, Dell. Now, how long have I been talking about Dell? Buy Dell, buy Dell, buy Dell. Does anybody listen to me? No. No respect. I like Dell. I like Dell right here, actually. People are afraid to buy when things are expensive. I don't know why, but they are. Yeah, I like Tesla right now, Pat. I gave it as a day trade this morning. You'd be up about $4 or $5 on it. All right, Dom. All right. 9/22, 11 days to expiration. It should continue moving at the same pace. If it stops moving, you just get out. Like 2 days, no soup, get out. You want the 71 strike price. And because you're buying in the money, see, this is what a lot of folks don't understand. And there's a point, there's something important here. And Dell, by the way, has very good relative strength right now. Volume, but it's got great relative strength on a 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, and a daily time frame. We may also want to add weekly at one point, Matt, here to this thing, but probably not to this indicator. What did I want to say? If you buy options in the money, you're only paying the premium and the implied volatility on the portion that's out of the money. So if only 15 cents or 20 cents is out of the money, which usually it is in these options, you're only paying the premium. So you're getting these options. It looks like you're getting the options you're paying more, but you're actually paying less because they won't have the time decay on the portion that's in the money. I want you guys to understand that, okay? It's important that you guys understand that. And later this week, I'll give you a formula for how to calculate stocks that are in the money to see what their true value is. Okay. So you'll see exactly what your true value for that, what your true cost for that option is. It's a formula that only works for in the money, but I'll show you what it is. I'll give it to you because I know a lot of folks don't like to buy options in the money because you're thinking you're paying a lot, but you're actually paying less. Like this option here, it has 50 cents in the money. So this option only costs 50 cents, while this option is totally in the money and you're paying so you're paying twice as much for this option as you're paying for this option. Yeah, a lot more. You get a lot more for your money. Okay, so that's Dell. Next one, EMR. I had a setback on my recovery. I guess I slept in the wrong way, and over the weekend now I have my neck is killing me, so I'm going to the chiropractor. Already went to physical therapy today. Not fun. Aging is not fun. Although the doctor tells me a lot of young folks have the same problems. It's like sports guys and so forth. I mean, look at Matt. He can barely feel his wrist.
I can't.
Yeah, I have like this tingling sensation right here in my neck. Not good. All right. I like this Emerson Electric Company. Right here. I like the breakout. I like this. I like this. I like this. Again, I'd really like to see volume pick up, but it is above average, whereas right here it's not. So even last week it was doing pretty good. If no soup in 2-3 days, just get out of these trades. Let's go 11 days out, and let's go to the 99 strike price right here. 99 strike price. Yeah, I'm not sleeping right, or I need a new pillow. Something's not right. Something is not kosher with how I'm sleeping. Right here, 98 or 99, right here. 922 expiration. The next one is MNSO. It's got a nice little rounded top. Volume so far. Part of last week was actually good. It's above the 8-day moving average, but not overextended. Angie, I'm sure someone here would be glad to tell you that. I just want to continue. If not, I'll revisit it. And you want to go to 1020, and you want to go to the 25 strike price. Feel free to sell the 30 strike price. And folks, we record these and we post them on Telegram, so you can watch the replay. Forget about this option. Just buy the underlying. The implied volatility is too high. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Next one is SLG. SLG. Has a nice bounce above the 50-day, above the 200-day. Volume is okay. Hugging the 8-day pretty good. Finally starting to break out. Doesn't seem like it has too much. If it breaks this level right here, it has a 0. And by the way, when I look at these levels, right here, it's got till about 44. So it still has some room to go. But implied volatility got us again. So what you want to do in this case is you want to go ahead and sell the 40 put, and you want to buy the 35 put. And if it continues moving up or stays around here, liquidate this about 10 days from now and take some profit. Okay. That's a bullish debit spread. Yeah, Barbara, you're selling premium. You're buying the 40 and you're selling the 35. Good. No, Paul, because I'm selling premium. I don't think there was any liquidity on Dickens. I think Dickens, that's a good question, but MNSO had other problems. It didn't have any liquidity. Good, Bob. That's great. Good, good, good. I hope I'm helping you make money. Now, you know what? For S and giggles, let's just go back here 4 days from now and let's see what the premium is. There's not much premium here. Not much premium. You don't have to look. You don't have to close these trades. You can also liquidate them. They're the only ones that are available here. It's 10/20 expiration. And what you're doing is you're selling the 40s and you're buying the 35s for about $1.60, $1.70. When they get to about $1, liquidate them. Take about 60-70% profit on them. All right, Barbara? And if you don't get it, I'm sure somebody here can explain it to you. I just, not because I'm lazy or I don't want to explain it, it's just I have other ones to get through. And we have a lot of folks here who can explain it to you just as well as I can. Matt, how's Oracle treating us so far?
Still going up.
It's moving in our direction?
Yep.
Good, 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 good. Sorry, folks. I just have a couple of things I have to get through here. All right. Volume is high. It's holding up this move. It looks like it wants to make another move. It actually looks a lot like that Splunk trade that Matt didn't like. And it has a breakout here above these levels. I'm going to chiropractor three times a week now, Marcy. So hopefully it's going to be my 5th time. There is a good level of support around the 232, but that's 10 points away from where we're at right now. See if there's, and volume is fantastic. Let me check the stock right here, right now. VEV. I got to tell you, Matt, this indicator is addicting because every time I want to check with the relative strength on an intraday basis and the intraday volume. Every time, you know that? There's always a replay 17472. It's posted in the members area and it's posted on Telegram. And you don't even have to be a member to watch it on Telegram. You just click the link and watch it. And it's on the YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, yeah. If you go to my YouTube channel, go to the live tab. All these appear on the live tab right afterwards because these are recorded live on YouTube. And by the way, we have about 268 people here, and we also have a couple of hundred watching on YouTube. If you look at the older videos, you'll see the numbers are about 200. So we have almost twice as many people as we had about 6 months ago. I'm very happy about that. I think this new format is really working out well. Let's see, 10, 230, 220. I would buy the, it's okay, Ray. Let's see here. What was it? It was the previous one. It was SLG. Largest landlord. Managing Manhattan commercial properties. But look at how it's doing. Yep. I mean, look at this thing, man. Above the 200, above the 50. What is not to like about this? Don't worry, Ray. We'll get to the short side in a few minutes. Volume, let's see volume. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Volume is a little bit on the low end. That's my only complaint here. All right, next one. Let's do the next one. IMO. Now we're getting into stuff that Ray likes. Oil companies. Look at this thing. No, he has a good point. It's an office street in Manhattan, but the chart, man, the chart. Hey, you know what? The stock. Oh yeah, Vive. I forgot Vive. The stock. Remember the cruise ship stocks? The cruise ship stocks started going up much before the good news started. Vive. Let's do Vive. And Vive has good volume, by the way. Yeah, I didn't finish Vive. For Vive, we would look at 1020. We would look at 220. And yeah, I would look at the 220 and I would sell the 230. That's what I would do there. Expiring 1020. I will. I'll look at Visa. Just let me finish these, please. I like how it's taking out this top right here. Don't like how volume is low, but I believe it will pick up. If we look further out, you could see the stock is breaking out right here through this level right there. I think this is going to be a nice pop for this stock. I don't love this stock, but I like this stock. Yes, Myri, exactly. I would even say above 23. Implied's high. I would probably sell a put here. I would go to the 210. I would sell the 210, expiring in 11 days. Wow, there's some premium here, Matt. How about this? We sell the 2750 for 375, and we cover it with the 200. And let me give you some support levels. So if it breaks those levels, you just get out of this trade. If we break the 199 level, puts, yes, puts. We're selling puts. We're doing credit put spread. Right here is the first level of support, 199. Ah, that's great, Bob. That's great. That makes me happy, Bob. You've been with me for a while, haven't you, Bob? For several years now, I think. Yeah. So again, I think volume is starting to pick up again, but be careful with this company. Be careful. Expiration date was (9/22), and we're looking at the 207.50, and we're looking at the 200. 207.50 and the 200. You're selling the 207.50 and you're buying the 200. Puts. All right, let's move on to the short side. Hey, Natasha, how are you today? I haven't seen you in a while. All right. I'm not happy I'm not happy at all with what I'm seeing here with sounds good, Natasha. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing with Nike at all. Didn't I talk about IMO? I thought I did. If I didn't, Christine, I'll talk about it in a minute. Just give me a few minutes and I'll talk about it. All right, I will. Let me do Nike. Nike does, if we go out here, Nike does not have a lot of strong term support. I thought I did, but I guess not. Yeah, I thought so too. I'll take a look. Volume is higher, but it's not moving in the right direction. I think not Nike volume. I think things are going to drop. The price is going to drop. I'm bearish on the stock. And keep in mind, consumer discretionary is doing really well right now. The stock isn't doing well. Go 11 days out and buy yourself the 98 put and cover it with nothing. Just buy the 98 put. All right, let's quickly go through IMO. I don't think I did cover IMO. IMO was a long trade. I really like the stock. No problem. Hey, I'm here for you guys. It's your chance to party. Volume, yeah, we could get this done. 50. You want to buy the 55 and sell the 60, expiring 10/20. Yeah, it's nice stock. It's a good oil stock. Oil stocks are looking great. The only problem with oil is I kind of selfishly wish that they would not go up as fast because of the economy. They could really screw us up. Next one is CCI. Let's go to CCI, Crown Castle. The stock has been miserably going down. I mean, look at this trend. Now, the only thing is, let's hold off on it and let's wait for it to break down. I actually want to see a high volume breakdown. I want to see it go below. Matt, can you put an alert on CCI at 97.80? 97.80.
Yep.
Would you mind doing that for me?
Mm-mm.
And we're going to keep an eye on it, okay? Some of these look great. They're just not ready yet. Now this one looks perfect, and it's moving up on high volume. It's below the 200, the 50, and the 8 is hugging it. Let's see now. Let's look back and see where the support level is. I did. I said it, Rochelle. I filled you guys in. So looking back a year, you could see that we're breaking this level right here. So the question is it going to hold this level or is it going to break this level? My suggestion right now is to, looks like it's going to break it and volume is looking really good. No, it's not. It's not too late. No, I think we're just getting started on this thing. If it breaks the bottom, if it breaks the bottom. Okay. It's got to break. It's got to break this. So Matt's going to put an alert around the
97.80. Oh, no, for this one. Go ahead.
Can you put an alert at the 33.15 level? We break that level, oy vey.
33.15.
That's the third one. Next one is QSR. I don't want to give you options right now. I'd rather first see it break, and then I'll text you or telegram you the option, or we'll just cover it here. Now, see, this one already broke down. And we drew this line here a while back. It broke this line. Volume last week was actually better than average. It's breaking down further. It can go down here. It doesn't really have all that much till we hit the 64. And then even when we do hit the 64, it's got something right here. Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to go down. It really does. Let's look at options here. And I would look at 6750s expiring in 40 days, and I would probably offset that with the 6250s if I can. You're better off waiting just a little bit to see if we break down here, just a little bit more, because if we break down, there's not much here all the way till 60. So don't be afraid of getting a bad fill. I'd rather get a bad fill, but know that because I want to see panic sellers here. It's not seeing it quite yet. This one looked really good on the chart this morning. Stock looks awful right here. Now, it doesn't have any major support all the way till about the 55 and then 54. We're still at 58. The stock looks like it's going to continue making low. And by the way, it's been completely bucking the trend of the market. My suggestion here, again, we just hit this low, wait for a breakdown of this low. Matt, put an alert on Planet Fitness at 5750. Okay?
Yep.
And if it has high volume, we're going in. Next one, AFG. This is how a lot of those stocks that you guys took trades on last week started out, you recall. Now look at here. Volume is really high. And we're breaking down. And we're breaking down all key levels. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Have you guys noticed that it's that Planet Fitness and this American Fitness Group, they're both related to fitness? Notice how it's going down? I like this, and I like the volume. All right, I'm ready for this one, Matt. Don't stop me now. Oh, no. It is financial, right? It's not sports. It's not sports. Not Peloton. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's sports. No. You're right. Financial. Not sports. I don't know why I thought sports. But the Talk Bank, yeah. This looks good and volume is really good. I like this breakdown. There's more downside here, I think. I will, Bruno. And that should be going down because of China. No liquidity, huh? Yeah, there's no liquidity here. Forget about it. No liquidity. No soup for us. Next one. SeaWorld. No more Shamu. Now, this one looks very interesting. We drew this chart, and now it's breaking down this level too. And now it looks like it wants to go down all the way to the 44 level. Do you agree, Matt? Look at that.
Yeah, I think that's probably going down. I don't really see any catalysts for SeaWorld going up either. They've taken a lot of heat.
You don't see what?
I don't see a lot of good news in their future either. SeaWorld's been taking a lot of heat.
Always taking a lot of heat. We want to go here and we want to buy the 45 strike. You can buy the 50 strike. It's got quite a long times to go, but I'd rather you buy the 45 and have some premium in it already. And wait a minute. We're talking about puts. What are we doing? We're looking at the wrong thing. Right here, 50 puts. Excuse me, 50 put. Not call, 50 put. The put. Yes. Thank you, Dickens. Feel free to look to buy the. No, don't buy the 45. Just buy the 40. Buy the 50s. Buy the 50s and just hold on to them. This thing looks like it's going to break down. Next one is S-Lab. Similar situation, below the 200, below the 50. We are below support right here. We are headed to this area right here, which is at 108. Volume is above average. Cyrus, what do you think? You like this one? Puts. This one and the other one that's already breaking down are my favorite puts today. Totally bucking the market trend. Oh, looks good. There we go. The 125s. The 125s, and you want to offset them with the 115s. And volume has actually been. There was two out of the shorts that I picked that looked like they're just perfect. This is one of them, and there was one more. They already were breaking down, and they already had higher than regular volume coming in. Now, folks wanted me to look at a couple of different stocks. Win was one of them. There was a few. Win was one of them. Yes, I'll take a look at Visa in a minute. It looks like it's a lot of cracks in the foundation. We're below the 50. We're below the 200. Volume's higher. I don't like this right now. And there's a lot of place it can go. China's not looking good right now. The other one was V, or MasterCard or Visa was one of those. Let's take a look. The stock is looking fantastic. I don't know what you guys are talking. I don't know who told me to look at the stock or what. It looks. Robbins was.
We're long Visa and seasonality.
We're what?
We're long Visa right now in the stealth.
Oh, Visa looks great. I didn't even know that. It looks, which is good. It looks great.
Surprise.
You never, ever, if a stock is trading above the 8-day moving average, it's in play. That's a stock that's in play. Boeing. I'll take a look at Boeing. Why not? Yeah, it's very possible. We're long right now. Visa, Cyrus. Boeing does not look good at all. Looks bad. Looks awful. Crappy. Yeah, Oracle, we're going to get out today because of earnings. We're in Oracle and we're going to get out. Now, does Oracle look bad to anybody at all?
Still going up.
Yeah. All right. S-Lab. Yeah, and I gave you the S-Lab trade. I gave you guys S-Lab trade. Fang. Yeah, this one looks beautiful. S-Lab looks beautiful to the downside. Somebody said Fang. I looked at Fang. They all look great. You know, most of these energy stocks look great. I don't like this bar. Let's see. Are we seeing that bar across the sectors? It's there too. Let's see if SLB has it. I don't like that bar. That's a engulfing candle. And we have a position in XLB and it's not doing it. But Matt, if it starts losing relative strength and if the energy's going down, it'll push this down.
Right.
Huh?
I said right.
It's what?
I was just saying, yeah, I got it.
Okay,
Be mindful of it.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you because you're muted here and you're
There's
speaking
a
behind
lot of
those two
stuff in
monitors.
between. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get a better vibe here. All right. I don't know, Val. I'll have to look at it. SLB, I said that if you look at other energy stocks, they're taking a beating today. SLB is not, but I said if it starts losing relative strength, it's not gonna be good. We should consider getting out. Uber, let's look at Uber. I haven't looked at Uber in a while. You would think with energy prices, well, it's looking great. It looks good. I mean, volume's a little low, but volume is a little low everywhere, right? Where volume isn't low. So let's see here. One second. Yeah. A lot of market, I'm just confirming, a lot of market cap is moving into Tesla right now. So let's see how much it's up from this morning. 265. You would have been up 6 points if you would have listened to Uncle Roger as of right now. Hal, let's see if Hal's bucking the trend because not all energies are moving down. Yeah, see Halliburton. Yeah, Cyrus is right. Halliburton's looking positive still. But be careful, Matt, be careful on SLB. Watch the relative strength intraday. Matter of fact, let me look at it right now on here. On a 30-minute, it's got good relative strength to the market.
And an
right?
hourly.
Huh?
And the hourly.
And the hourly.
And the daily.
30-minute, hourly, and daily volume is crap. And on a 15-minute and a 5-minute, it doesn't have good relative strength. So very short term, it has bad relative strength. Anything above 30 minutes, hour, daily, it has good relative strength. All right, guys, I'm exhausted. Matt, do your seasonality. Oh, yeah, let's do your seasonality and then we'll move from there, okay?
I'll just do it quickly because
yeah.
it's 1:03.
Sorry, I totally lost track of time. Lily, that's a great question. Thank you, Dom. So Lily, remember I told you to buy Lily around here? It looks like a day trade, intraday stock. Look at what Lily's doing. It's going up and volume is up. I would assume most of you would already have a position in Lily. If that's the case, feel free to average up a little bit, but don't go entering a position right now. It may be a little bit overdone. Although funds are buying it like crazy right now. Probably a good day trade. This is what a good stock looks like, though. By the way, we talked about it here, and we're still talking about it. All right, go ahead, Matt. Take it over. Talk to us about seasonality.
There's not a lot today, so kind of works out. On the long side, it's pretty slow. The only thing you've got is energy that has a good win rate and a good profit factor. Other decent win rate is industrials, but the profit factor is not there. 1.2, it's making money, but it's not great. You've got consumer staples and financials with a little accuracy, but again, very low profit factor. So not too much to take from that. On the short side, you've got absolutely nothing. It just doesn't look like a good time to short any of the sectors. No accuracy, no profit factor, just nothing going there. On the long side, as far as top setups, you do have a few interesting, at least one interesting 100% winner right here. CME Financial Group, 13 trades, 100% win rate. Not very common. But you've also got really financials dominating big time. Got a lot. Ameriprise, AIZ, Charles Schwab's in there, 22 trades, 90% win rate. Norfolk Southern sneaking in there, but really financial driven on the long side. On the short side, not a lot there. Got UUP. That's a kind of obscure ETF, though. It's the US dollar. Then you've got ANSS, MPWR, Decent, Western Digital, ADI. That's been short for a while. But then moving down, we get pretty weak. On your 10-day hold, here is, well, I guess we're starting on the weakest. Not a lot of trades there. You've got MOH, it's healthcare, telecommunication, on semiconductor. I don't see any of its pals though. And then on the long side for your 10-day hold, Nike, very strong. 22 trades, 81% win rate with a 10.5 profit factor. Also NEE, utilities, but as you'll notice still, we're getting some remnants of the tech, but financials are really starting to creep up, even on the 10-day hold. Your week ahead also looked as shown. Not a lot of strength, but not a lot of weakness either. Just choppiness. This is, 0.2, 0.4, not a whole lot going on. And then the sectors, the indexes are just very mixed, but no big moves to either side. It's kind of oscillating around the mean. And that's all I got. I will see everyone tomorrow.
Sorry that we took you guys so long. I do apologize. Have a great day. Any questions, roger@rogerscott.com. And ask me questions below the videos in the YouTube channel, and I'll respond there. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.